Hello everybody and welcome back to the LEC. Dinonar is also here. And yes, I know, unfortunately Finn is no longer in a hot tub. We tried to have him still in a hot tub, but it was really, really warm. And this is also great, Goldberg and Finn. It's nice to see you two.
It's not good enough for me.
It was really warm apparently, I heard. Like
it was like 40 degrees in there.
We got so red as the
oven.
Scandinavians.
I'm a bit sunburned after that,
Yeah,
that week, I can't lie.
It was great though, you did amazing. But how did our teams do? We got two groups. How are things shaking up, Goldberg or Finn?
I mean, I think we had a pretty fun week one. We see Fnatic with Poby really kind of stepping in and solidifying himself as the first team in the Group B, and KC also playing really well. I mean, in general, it kind of went as expected.
Okay.
I mean, sort of. Like, I think what I see from Team Heretics is still super cool, what I saw from them. And despite them losing, the 1-2 could have easily been a series win for them. So I'm actually super excited to follow their progress. And for Giants X side, Finn wasn't surprised by their level of gameplay. I'm still very surprised about their early game. I'm excited to see that team.
Yeah, I mean, Scrim Gods once again. Let's see if it keeps translating onto the stage. We did. We do have Team Heretics versus G2 as our first match of the day. And this weekend, we wanted to focus in on the mid laners. This week is the mega mid lane clash. So how to start it off better than to just rank them, because that went... Whoa, that went really well last time. Let me get
we need to get
the tablet.
We're all just leaving, but we're coming back, guys. Yeah, I swear we're here.
We're here. So this did create a little bit of a hubbub last time because you made it together. I made you change things and then people flamed you. So now you get to do it all by yourself.
Yeah, finally I won't have to get dragged down by GP's analysis.
You are the one who did the wrong thing!
Okay, so let's get this going,
Which
GP.
one are we starting with?
Let's start with Larsen, as we should.
Okay.
Larsen, I think, so far showed a little bit better than what we saw in spring, but in general, it's still hard to put him above C for me because, I don't know, I feel like I expect so much more from him, but he hasn't really delivered in quite some time. I'm still a Larsen believer, but I gotta go on the facts right now.
Yeah, I don't think there's much more I can say. I still think he's been on a bit of a decline. I will say I don't think he's continuous declining. There is a momentum here for him to stop that decline, finally ascend with this Na'Vi roster and prove him, because he really needs to if he wants another contract next year.
As we're doing this, you in the WhatsApp community, you can also vote yourself who you think is the best LEC mid laner. We're not quite there yet. Lars, middle of the road opinion, boring. Next.
Yeah, who do we got next, GB? Tell me a story.
Let's take Vladdy. Let's get something a bit different in there then.
Yeah?
Absolutely, sir.
Start talking about it before you keep the sticker.
Yeah, sure thing. So for me, Vladdy, I still think he's not as good as he was in winter. I think he's definitely been on decline. I think we were talking about Vladdy as a player that could be part of the Caps discussion.
Yeah.
But right now, it's even sometimes maybe a small A here. I think his performance definitely still leaves a lot open to interpretation.
Okay, so you think he's regressed since winter?
I agree.
Do you agree?
So. I mean, I would say in winter it was Caps S, Vladdy B or A. And I think he's still A for me. He hasn't really shown that he's grown above that first hurdle, especially in his week 1 games. Wasn't that impressed by him. Obviously, he's still so talented, and I wish to see more from him. That's
yes, French fans. He's super talented.
Give me a Jackies. Come on, Finn. Give me a Jackies. Here you go on the Jackies. Because I feel like Jackies, I mean, I was very impressed with his week 1. I can't lie. I still think the Silas performance leave a sour taste in a lot of people's mind from that, but I still want to remember the good early games he had. I'm putting him in B. I'm definitely having him in B.
Okay.
So I had this was the one I was most conflicted about. I was leaning between B and C, because I just haven't seen enough to believe yet this year. So I'm going to put him in the middle.
Okay.
Between B and C for me.
Oh, in the middle. Okay, you need to speed it up a little, guys.
Yeah, okay. Then let's do a quick one. Caps, I think, undisputed best mid laner in Europe right now. I still think that he's the GOAT. He's the one that anyone needs to beat.
Okay.
I think his MSI performance was fantastic. That's at least part of my reasoning why I have him here. I think he's for sure the only S tier here for me.
You're here.
Okay, nice and agreed. Next one.
I'm going to be quick.
Oh, we got 5 more. Go.
Jojo Kyun. Come on, baby.
I value laning phase very highly, and that's why I have decided to put Jojo Kyun in S tier alongside Caps. Because I think Jojo Kyun, while he doesn't have the same intangibles as Caps, I think his laning phase is far beyond Caps, and I think he's by far our strongest laning in the league. And I think as the reigning champions, it's only fair to put him Mr.
Yeah, I agree with your arguments, but I still think for me it's not consistent enough. And I think, as I said, like I think MSI performance is part of this too. I think I'm putting him in A. He's for sure the second best. He's above Vladdy right now, but he's not above Caps in my mind.
We'll see if Finn is like pandering or if he's right.
Yeah, he might.
We'll see. Come on, let's go.
He messed up last time, so he might try to right his wrongs here. I got Popey here, baby. And Popey, for me, I'm part of the propaganda. I'm putting him in B right now. I can easily see him in a position with Jackie's here as well.
B is not propaganda. It's middle of the road.
Yeah, I mean, he's only played against, what teams did they play against? They played against SK, he played against Abe, and they played against, what was the other one? But it was still
Heretics, I think?
Yeah, so, you know, it was against Camilo and Abe, so.
I'm inclined to agree. I think Popey has been very impressive. I want to see, though, what more he can bring to the league.
Camilo, oof, D tier immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to speed it up a bit. I think Camilo, for me, like, he's definitely improving along the way, but I still don't think he's improved beyond a lot of other mid laners in the league.
Okay, next.
Putting Chayak quickly in the C here as well. It's kind of the same story, but I just feel like with Vitality, he's had some bigger glimpses that I've seen from him. Okay, I like that there as well.
Now I'm putting Shajik in C. When I saw him play against Jackies last week, I wasn't that impressed. I feel like he has moments where he shows he can be pretty good, but I don't know, man. I think he's been kind of the same for the last 2 months now, and I want to see a bit more growth.
Abba, for both of you, down there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm afraid Abba will have to be put in D. He just came back from an A, right? And I have some sympathy for him because of that.
You've experienced something like this before, and I get that. But I think Abe, from what we've seen so far, we haven't seen enough.
Where's the other nuke? Where's the other nuke one? I only see.
I have one more nuke for you, my friend.
Oh, you do?
I'm hoarding the nukes.
Yeah, you are.
Well, I don't really have space where I want it, so B can be interchangeable here right now. But he's definitely in B tier for me. So I think we agree on a lot of things. I think the S and A discussion, I think you can fully see it from 2 different perspectives, and I get both point of views. But as long as we both agree with this one, I'm happy.
Clip it, ship it, save it forever, and we'll see this weekend how everything goes. But of course, he's in S tier, and Lore earlier had the chance to catch up with Caps in our Marriott Bonvoy pre-game check-in.
Caps, welcome back to the LEC after a break. A lot of travels, a lot of international events. Actually, teams have been approaching summer in a different way. What was G2's approach? Did you guys take some time off? What has been your schedule so far since you came back from Saudi?
Yeah, I mean, definitely I went back to Denmark for a couple of days, so that was nice. I got to see my family. Usually don't get to go back to Denmark very often, so it was nice. And then we just want to take a lot of the lessons that we learned from MSI. And we started showing a bit better performance at EWC, and I think so far in summer we have been using a lot of those same ideas to great success.
What has been your learning from MSI, actually? Because you've been to countless international events, so I'm just wondering, what do you judge as valuable experience and stuff that you can implement?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously we have a new roster this year, right? And I think a big focus on Europe was, I mean, especially the Drakes, and a lot of just like everyone was going to Drakes, but I think we as a team kind of forgot a bit how to play the game in between, and I think we got a big reality check when we came against the insane teams from like LPL, LEC, even everyone else. Honestly, that was at MSI was playing a lot more aggressive than usually teams are in Europe, and they were not just waiting around, and they got in our face right from the start of the game. So we have been trying to apply that as well. We're not playing as slow anymore. We're definitely playing a lot more aggressive, and we want to make some leads happen quite early.
Hopefully you can showcase that in the LEC once again. Now, something that we often hear about you personally is the responsibilities that are on your shoulders when it comes to carrying Europe, the Caps factor and everything. How do you perceive all this and this responsibility that people talk about when they mention you?
I mean, I appreciate the faith that a lot of people have in me and us as G2, right? Yeah. And I definitely want to show a good success to that as well. I mean, I've always wanted to win Worlds, and with the support of everyone else, it just makes it even more so, right? And of course, winning that starts with actually creating good habits, which we are really trying our best to do so far in summer. And again, I think we are having some good ideas. We're connecting a lot. I'm excited to see how it will look on stage, but I have high hopes for us.
All right, G2 in summer. Let's go. Thank you so much, guys. Ben Stoblop, coach.
Thank you.
Well then, should G2 be doing more to centralize Caps in their lineup, in their game? We know it, we see the tape, but we also have a quote from Yike, who of course played with Caps last year, saying it was like playing with a cheat code because he does so much, Finn. Surely every strategy should then be tailored to getting him ahead.
I mean, it's crazy because when I played with Broxa, he said the exact same thing about Caps. There's like a hungover effect that when you go from Caps, you realize, wait, there are so many things I need to do to propel the game forward that Caps was doing for me. He's just so good at finding angles, kind of push the game state forward and making sure the game progresses in a good manner. And now having to take that learnings yourself and kind of help Vladdy learn that, I think it's a massive hurdle to overcome.
Yeah, but still on the side of G2, I think that's also on the new G2 members to then figure out how do we give it back to him. And like playing through Caps is not just sitting around in his lake. It's having the right roam timing so he can push in a way, find the correct base timing, or set up for the objectives. And that's what we're looking at still for especially new members like Laprof and Skumon.
Yeah, and at MSI we also saw they live and die by Caps still in many of these occasions. But their opponents, Team Heretics, would you also say that they live and die by Sheo?
Absolutely. I think Sheo for me has been an absolute 1v9 machine. I loved his performance against Fnatic because he was straight up outclassing Razork in that series. And that's something that I'm hoping to continue seeing through Sheo. It also helps that he's a jungler. It's a bit easier for him to then drive the map around as that jungler instead rather than just a mid laner as Caps. But I definitely think that if you shut down Sheo, you actually shut down Team Heretics.
I mean, to me, the most impressive thing about Sheo, I would say, is his discipline in game. I think he just sets his team up for so much success by playing around these objectives slowly, getting the early dragons, and just kind of mounting out pressure like, third dragon, you need to come fight us or we're going to get this and we're going to be close to soul point. I think it just makes the game plan so simple for Heretics, and this is really important for new players to kind of come in and have a clear game plan.
I mean, you see the impact it left on a different team like BDS, for example, when Sheo used to play from them. When they were at their best, it's exactly what you're describing as well, Finn, right? It was the Drake stacking, it was their objective setup, and it's clear that team has certainly lost some of that, where I can now see Team Heretics have gained it, and I think a player like Sheo is the one bringing these things.
Yeah, you can see it in every game that they play. The question is, can they kind of rally around their other members? When it comes to G2, who we now haven't seen, this is the first games that they will play. Finn, you as a competitor as well, could this be kind of something you perceive as, oh, this will be easy, this is an opponent we know that we've beaten before, but is it dangerous coming back into your first week when you didn't necessarily have the successes you would have wanted at MSI?
I mean, Cap said it in the interview. He said that he kind of forgot how to play the game, and I think I just want to see a G2, and I think they want to see a G2 that comes back, show good fundamentals, and just show that Heretics is not the opponent. They don't want Heretics to be their final opponent. This is one of the many opponents they have to overcome to then go to the finals and regain that throne.
I mean, the way I see this is that if Team Heretics wins this, it's a massive victory, right? It's a huge upset. But if G2 doesn't win this either, it's a huge disappointment. Like, they should just be the team that definitely takes this. They're massive favorites, despite what happened at MSI and all these things. They should still be the team that's good enough to clearly beat the Team Heretics.
It is. Remember Gyuto's famous quote that they wouldn't. How do you feel about that? Well, will G2 for sure make Worlds?
Well, the Worlds thing, I absolutely think they will. Like, I think they're a team that is still able to contest for that top 3 spot, and I just don't see them not going to Worlds.
Okay, let's see then our first match of week 2. It is G2 versus Team Heretics. But before we head over to the casters, a small word from our sponsors. Nothing beats a G2 holiday. And right now, you can get 50% off for a trip to Vancouver. Just play a few games and free up your schedule to see the sights. The losing to NA feature is included in this offer. The LEC, offering G2 vacation packages since 2016. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
There are probably people watching today, children, who weren't alive when the G2 vacation meme was born.
It's true.
Like 100% there's
old.
Some parents out there who are like, who's Perks? Or some children of parents. Obviously the parents probably know.
You might not know this, but I'm 32.
I'm 34.
We've been casting this game for nearly 10 years.
Thanks for that, Benny.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I feel great right now.
Anyway, speaking of old teams...
My knees hurt, my ankles hurt.
Versus Heretics, we have on the docket to start off today. This will be G2's first game of the season. As their return from MSI, we will be seeing MCoy